Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. All right, so the first chart is Bitcoin futures. So we came into today with a rally alert, and you got just a smidgen here of production, and we have another rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Note, the market is struggling at this current level, and that 29,000 to 30,000 top of the Kumo cloud resistance zone needs to be cleared. Now, if a rally can ensue and you get a nice bear market rally going, that could be sustainable because we have a bullish trend momentum reading, and that's really the big thing there. Hey, what up, Benno? All right, so this is an exciting one to see what's going to happen going into tomorrow's trading. Next up is NVIDIA. We have a crash alert in NVIDIA. We're getting back-to-back crash alerts. All right, so you came into today with a crash alert, and yes, you did get some downside production, and we're looking for a lot more production as the market looks to close the gap. Top of the Kumo cloud is going to be your initial downside target. So we'll call it the 300-ish range. All right. That's where your support is going to be on this pullback. Next up is the US dollar index by way of ticker UUP. All right. So when you take a look here at the US dollar, you'll notice that it has a bullish trend momentum reading, but your long-term trend is bullish while your intermediate term is bearish with the bullish trend momentum reading. So you've had a bear market rally. All right, and the market is trying to sustain it, and you did have a rally alert coming into today. We didn't get any upside production, but I think that it's definitely going to come. This bearish pointer, though, is concerning, pointing to the major support level below it, or that $27 range. So that may pull down and attract prices at this point. Bear market rally could be running out of steam. We'll wait for confirmation of the price action for that. Hey, Loco, what up, man? You got my man Loco from the land down under. Yeah, I got you. I do you a solid because your tomorrow is already here trading. So let's see if I can hook you up, my man. All right, so the first one you need to see is SVL. All right, let me hook you up real quick. Since your markets are open, this is Silver Mines. You're already trading your Thursday over there. All right, so let's see what we got for you. Oh, and by the way, Loco, the pulse waves are out for the ASX. So they will be on your dashboard when you log in at pulsewavetrading.com. The report is out. All right, let's see here. All right, so this one long-term trend is bullish. Intermediate trend is bullish. And you have a bullish trend momentum reading. So that means you are locked and loaded in this market. You're bullish on three indicators. So therefore, the market, once it gets outside the top of this Kumo cloud, it's free to run back up to these prior resistance zones. All right, so this one is bullish. And whenever you have a green bullish trend momentum reading, that means you are in the buy, the pullback, buy the dip mode. All right, so that's a plus. That's a positive here. All right, and your current support right here is at that 18-cent level. That's the current support for the market at this time. So this one does look bullish. This is a buy. All right, and I think that particular one is definitely on the report on your dashboard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is thundering and lightning here. So if I lose the connection, you'll know why. I hope and pray the internet and the power does not go out. But if it does, just know that it wasn't YouTube that yanked me. It was the storm that's happening. I don't know if you can hear it in the background or not. All right. So on this one here, we got S32, which is South 32 on the ASX. All right. And this one is long-term bull market, intermediate term bull market, but it has a bearish trend momentum reading. So the market has been in sell the rally mode. All right. So this one is weakness. This one's not ready to be bought yet because it's continuing to fall. You came into today with a crash alert and you did get that downside production. So this one, we're looking for more downside to continue for Thursday into, yeah, for your Thursday trading, for Wednesday into Thursday. Oh, no problem, man. You know I got your back. All right, and the last, that is your last one. Okay, so SVL and S32. Okay, no problem, man. You know I always got you. All right, the next chart we got is bonds, ticker TLT, and you're bearish on all three, long-term, intermediate term, and you got a bearish trend momentum reading. So this one is definitely bearish, and you can see the price actions taking place below the Kumo cloud, and you have a crash alert for tomorrow's trading in TLT. Looking at the S&P 500, ticker SPY, you were neutralized with a crash alert coming into today. You've come off neutralized, and you have a crash alert for tomorrow's trading on the SPY. Top of the Kumo cloud at $410 is the initial downside target on the move. Next up is silver by way of ticker SLV. You got a long-term bull market, intermediate-term bull market with a bullish trend momentum reading. This one is definitely a buy. You're in the buy to pull back, buy the dip mode. Even though you're in the Kumo cloud of consolidation, once it breaks out, it should run radically. Next up is the NASDAQ 100, the QQQ. And we came into today with a crash alert. You did get some downside production. And we got a negative bot check on the QQQ today, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. It means a very substantial down move is on the way. It's imminent. The first thing the market's going to do is close this gap. The second thing it's going to do is come down here and test this support between $315 and $320 a share on your QQQ. Next up is PSX. It's in a long-term bull market, intermediate-term bull market with a bullish trend momentum reading, and you've broken out today from the Kumo cloud. So this one is bullish. Right now, the initial upside is around the $110 range. Next up is oil, crude oil, ticker OIH, bullish long-term, bearish intermediate with a bullish trend momentum reading. The market is trying to stage a bear market rally. We'll see how much it can get. Top of the Kumo cloud at 290 is the initial upside target. We'll give it a 290, between 290 and 300 if it can get it. If it fails here, then the market's going to come right back down again. This switch from a locked-in bull market to a bear market is concerning, because what this means is when you were in a bull market status and hitting new 52-week highs, what was happening is once the market started correcting, the correction got deep enough and lasted long enough to actually start changing your trend. This right here is a warning that the price action and the trend momentum is signaling a change from bull to bear market. So according to the algo charts right now, this OIH, crude oil ETF that tracks with the futures, is saying that the market's about to go into a bear market. All right. Momentum wise, with the price action, you've already just done that accordingly. All right. But you got the bullish trend momentum reading, which is lifting and elevating the price. So we'll see how much higher it can get. But according to the price action now, based on the trend momentum readings, you've crossed from bull to bear market. So now you're in a sell the rally mode. You were, at least for a minute, and that worked until the market bottomed out and then rallied from this low. So this is looking interesting. I don't know how much higher it's going to try to go, but we'll see. So just be alert if you're trading OIH. All right, looking at real estate, the ticker is IYR. Long-term bear market, intermediate term bear market with a bullish trend momentum reading. Market is trying to build a base for a bear market rally off of these lows, these support lows. Market just peeped its head above the Kumo cloud, so it's wide open and looking ready to try to run and extend the rally off of the support lows. Next up is the Russell. Russell's long-term trend is bearish with an intermediate term bearish with a bullish trend momentum reading. Market tried to stage a bear market rally, and it has done so. It's finally broken out from the resistance, and you saw the back-to-back bullish positive bot checks, and then we got the upward explosion, which was you were alerted to with the back-to-back bot check. So the market finally broke out. So this one is looking to run. Maybe it's going to change the trend into a more bullish perspective. We'll see. It depends on how long and deep the retracement is. All right, looking at gold by way of ticker GLD, long-term trend bullish, intermediate term trend bullish, but you got a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market has been stuck and just moving sideways in the Kumo cloud with a bearish bias because of that. And don't forget this bot check, which is going to play out, which is imminent. Any day now, it's going to play out. Looking at GDX, J, bearish, long-term, bullish, intermediate, and bullish trend momentum reading. So this market is trying to go from a long-term bear market to a long-term bull market. So the miners are trying to get busy. We'll see if they can stage and sustain a bear market rally that goes deep enough to change the long-term trend to bullish. It looks like that's what the miners are working on, believe it or not. All right, looking at CVS, this is one to watch. Some people believe that this is one of the stocks that's going to really rock and roll as the economy crumbles. Right now, the price action is not on agreement with that. You got an intermediate term bear market with a long-term bull market with a bullish trend momentum reading, trying to stage a bear market rally, but it has so much overhead resistance, it's not even funny. So we'll see what this market does. But right now, you're in the buy to pull back dip mode, so maybe it can do it. Next up is Colgate Palmolive, ticker CL, long-term bearish, intermediate term bullish, and a bearish trend momentum reading. And you had this negative bot check yesterday, and you're already starting to get some downside production. I think this one's going to come down here and test the lower supports at 71 and then at 67. So this one's looking like it's about to fall down. Next up is wheat futures. All right, so long-term bullish, intermediate term bearish with a bullish trend momentum reading. Market did rally up and bump its head at the bottom of the Kumo cloud resistance and has since retreated from that. But because we got the bullish trend momentum reading still, there's a chance and there's hope that this market, as you buy the pullback and the dip, will be defended at these support levels and run. So hopefully the $6 support will work and this market can finally get out of this incredible intermediate bear market. It just keeps hitting new 52-week lows. I think once the wheat starts to go, though, it's going to go bananas. We can definitely see wheat in the teens at some point. So just something to think about as we go on. But then on the flip side, you know, this thing has gone for some time now, but your long-term trend is still in the bullish perspective, which means the long-term trend can reclaim price action at any point and run it up. This bullish trend momentum reading is saying that that could be forthcoming. Looking at silver, silver is in a bull market, long-term, intermediate term with a bullish trend momentum reading. Once it gets outside of this Kumo cloud, that's going to be all she wrote. I think silver's running at $28, maybe even $30 an ounce. It's the immediate upside target for this. So this one is being defended at the $23 and $24 handle. And I think once it gets above that 25, it's going to be on and popping for silver. Next up is Nat Gas. Nat Gas, long-term bullish, intermediate-term bearish with a bullish trend momentum reading. It's been trying to stage a bear market rally for some time now and just can't get it going. But once it gets going, it's going to go. Next up is the Dow Futures, long-term bullish, intermediate-term bullish with a bearish trend momentum reading. Still had a bear market, and right now the market's just been kind of flatlined here. You're right at the top of the Kumo cloud. You're just in a wide trading range, as you can see. But this bearish trend momentum reading is still sell the rally mode. So every time the market gets up here, it breaks. Broke there, and it broke here, and it broke here, and it broke here. So get ready for the breakdown, ladies and gentlemen, in your Dow. All right, looking at the NASDAQ 100, long-term bear, intermediate-term bull with a bearish trend momentum reading now. We came into today with a crash alert on a neutralized bar. Now we have another crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, and we're off neutralized, so the market's wide open. And I think that the 13,000 support top of the Kumo cloud is the initial downside target. All right. So between 13.5 and 13,000 is your support zone and air pocket in between. And I think that's your downside initial target for the NASDAQ 100. Next up is your gold futures. Gold futures, we talked about how the market struggles at the 1900 level, and it's been leveled out up here at 19. And if you've noticed, it hasn't been able to rally since it hit a new 52-week high back here on May 4th. So this market is struggling, and we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. If it falls outside of the Kumo cloud, it goes into free fall, and it will find support at 1900. But if that 1900 psychological support does not hold, then gold will go into a free fall status. So you need to be aware of that. Next up, we have the Ethereum futures. We just crossed over from a long-term bear market to a bull market. We had a neutralized crash alert yesterday. Today, we have another crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. And the market has now come off of neutralized top of the Kumo cloud between 4150 and 4100 for the S&P is going to be the initial downside target. 4,000 is the psychological support, and it's also the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So we'll see where this one lands, but definitely pullback correction is coming. Crude oil, still neutralized market, and we're waiting to see what happens, but the long-term bull is still here. Intermediate-term bear with the neutralized market, so there's nothing to do here. Your Russell futures finally got above 1800 and 1850, and it's now testing and flirting with 1900. So it is finally broken out. We're not surprised because we had the back-to-back positive bot checks, and the market is running. The upside initial target, believe it or not, the next one is at 1950 and then the 2000 handle. Can the Russell do it, or is it going to falter? You have a bullish trend momentum reading, so you're in the buy the dip, buy the pullback mode. Maybe this one will do something. Then you have the US dollar index, long-term bullish, intermediate-term bearish with a bullish trend momentum reading. And now the market is struggling with weakness and doesn't seem that it can get out of its own way, but it is struggling. And we do acknowledge that the dollar is struggling at this point, but it's above the Kumo cloud. So it's ready to make a track once it takes a breath. I think 108, 109, 110-ish or more is possible in the US dollar. I see it getting stronger while the other currencies get weaker. And then last but not least, Ethereum futures. And you have long-term bearish, intermediate-term bullish with a bullish trend momentum reading. Had a rally alert coming into today. Really couldn't get any upside production, but you're in the buy the pullback, buy the dip mode. So this one's just going to keep moving sideways until it's ready to break out, and it'll do it when it's good and ready, I guess. All right, I see you, and yeah, I'll hook you up. What is that? Chipotle, I think you want to see. Ticker is CHPT. Oh no, it's charge point on the New York Stock Exchange. Excuse me. Okay, so this one, long-term bearish, intermediate term bearish with a bullish trend momentum reading. And you're in the Kumo cloud. So this one is consolidating now, and it's trying to stage a bear market rally. You had a rally alert coming into today, and you actually got some upside production. So the top of the Kumo cloud between $10.50 and $11 is the initial upside target on this run. If it can break outside of the Kumo cloud top side, then the next upside target will be between $13 and $13.50 respectively. All right. So if you are a subscriber to the PulseWave reports, I believe the security is on the reports. Let me just check it while I have it up here. I don't want to tell you something wrong. Let's see here. Adding. Let's just do a quick search. See if it's already on here. Let's see. CHPT on the New York Stock Exchange. And nope, we didn't have it, but I just added it, so it should be on the next report. All right. So if you are a subscriber, you should see it on the next report. As long as the security meets the criteria of the system, it will be automatically added to the system. All right, folks, you know what it is. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And remember, the system works if you work the system. Smash that like button. I'm out. Peace.